Let me start by saying something simple, but important. Just because we age doesn't mean we stop moving, or stop loving the way we move. I'm over 70, and I've found a rhythm that works for my body, my energy, and my joy. It hasn't always looked the same, and it certainly doesn't involve lifting heavy weights or running marathons. But it does involve consistency, kindness to myself, and a bit of fun along the way. One of the most freeing shifts in mindset came when I stopped thinking of exercise as a chore and started treating it as a gift. Not a punishment, not a check on a to-do list, but a thank you to my body. I move because I can. I move because I want to keep living fully, not because I'm trying to keep up with anyone else's version of fitness. The truth is, staying active after 70 isn't about pushing yourself to the brink. It's about listening. Listening to what your body needs, what it enjoys, and what it's ready for today. Some days, that means a brisk walk outside with the breeze on my face. Other days, it's stretching in my living room with soft music playing. And sometimes, it's just dancing around the kitchen while I make breakfast. Movement can be joyful. It can be playful. It can be easy. The key is to let go of the shoulds and tune into the wants. I started asking myself, what kind of movement would feel good today? And then I gave myself permission to do exactly that. For me, walking is my go-to. It clears my mind, loosens my joints, and lets me feel connected to the world around me. Whether it's 10 minutes or an hour, it counts. The rhythm of my steps becomes a kind of meditation, my way of checking in with myself and the day. I also swear by gentle stretching. It helps with stiffness, especially in the mornings. A few deep breaths, a long reach to the sky, and some side bends to wake up my spine. It doesn't take much, but it changes everything. I feel lighter, looser, and more awake. Sometimes I do simple strength exercises with resistance bands or light hand weights. Not every day, but often enough to keep my muscles talking to me. The goal isn't bulk, it's independence. It's being able to carry groceries, get up from the floor, or lift a grandchild into a hug. And let's not forget the magic of balance work. Standing on one leg while brushing my teeth, practicing slow heel-to-toe walking in the hallway. It might look silly, but these little habits are powerful. They keep me steady. They help prevent falls. And they remind me that strength isn't just in muscles, it's in control, confidence, and calm. If I've learned anything over the years, it's that the best kind of movement is the one that brings a smile. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's playing with the dog. Maybe it's following an online Tai Chi class. Whatever it is, if it makes you feel alive, you're on the right track. So no, I'm not training for a race. But I am training for life. For the life I want to keep living. With energy, with ease, and with joy. That's what it means to be strong at any age. And yes, even after 70, I'm just getting started. One of the things that surprises people when we talk about staying active after 70 is how much of it has nothing to do with traditional exercise. Sure, I walk, stretch, and do light strength work, but just as important are the small movements built into everyday life. Washing dishes while standing tall, sweeping the porch, getting up and down from chairs without using my hands. These little actions, when done mindfully, keep me strong and moving freely. I've learned to see these moments as opportunities, not obligations. When I bend to tie my shoes, I'm also giving my hips a stretch. When I reach to grab something from a high shelf, I think of it as a bonus shoulder opener. Movement doesn't always have to be formal. It just has to happen. And when we start noticing how much of it we can include in our daily rhythm, everything feels a bit more possible. Now, let's talk about rest. Yes, staying active includes rest. I used to believe that if I wasn't moving, I was falling behind. But in truth, rest is what allows the movement to feel good. Without it, we break down. Rest isn't weakness, it's wisdom. I've come to value a midday pause, a quiet moment in the afternoon sun, or simply lying down to read a book. These breaks don't take away from my strength. They support it. Hydration and nourishment matter, too. I don't have a perfect diet, but I do pay attention. I drink water throughout the day, I try to eat whole foods that make me feel energized, and I always make time for a meal I enjoy, because food should feel like fuel and pleasure, not pressure. And here's something else I've found powerful: variety. Our bodies thrive when we move in different ways. Walking is wonderful, but so is dancing, gardening, swimming. Trying something new now and then wakes up muscles we forgot we had and keeps life interesting. I once signed up for a beginner yoga class in my late 60s, and though I couldn't do all the poses, I could breathe, stretch, and smile through it. That was enough. Connection is another part of staying active that doesn't get talked about enough. Moving with others, even occasionally, changes everything. I sometimes meet a friend for a walk and end up walking farther than I planned because we're lost in conversation. I've joined short online classes where I feel a little silly waving at the screen, but it still makes me feel like part of something. We move more when we move together. Staying active isn't about following someone else's plan. It's about building a life that includes movement in ways that feel natural to you. For me, it's about staying curious. Asking myself what feels good, what I'm capable of, what I might want to try next. I don't chase a younger version of myself. I honor the version of me that's here now, strong in new ways, wise from experience, and far more focused on feeling good than looking a certain way. My strength now is measured in energy, flexibility, and ease, not in reps or speed. There are still days when I wake up stiff or tired. And on those days, I don't push, I nudge. I stretch gently. I take a slow walk. I listen to my body instead of overriding it. And every time I do, it thanks me by giving just a little more back. Staying active after 70 isn't a goal. It's a lifestyle. A practice. A love letter to the body that's carried you this far. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving, keep listening, and keep showing up for yourself. That's how strength shows up, and that's how it stays. What I've come to understand is that being strong in your 70s and beyond is as much about mindset as it is about muscle. It's the belief that you're still capable, that you're still worthy of care, attention, and movement that feels good. It's about taking up space in your own life and saying, yes, I'm still here, and I still want to feel strong. I've met so many people who believe the best they can hope for is to avoid decline. But I want more than that, and I believe we all deserve more. I want to feel good in my body, energized in my spirit, and proud of how I care for myself. And the beautiful thing, that's still absolutely possible. We live in a world that often tells older adults to slow down, to take it easy, to sit back. But what if we didn't? What if instead of disappearing, we expanded, with grace, with humor, and with intention? What if staying active became a declaration of life, not resistance to aging? That's what movement has become for me. A way to remind myself, every day, that I'm not done. That I'm still writing my story. That I still have places to go, people to love, and moments to savor. Movement helps me live, not just exist. And honestly, it's never too late to begin. Whether you're 70, 80, or somewhere beyond, your body will respond to kindness, to stretching, to walking, to being asked gently to do a little more today than yesterday. Progress may be slower, but it's still progress. And every step forward counts. I hope that by sharing my story, you feel a spark inside you. Not pressure, but possibility. Not comparison, but companionship. We're in this together, learning how to care for ourselves in new ways, finding joy in how we move, and honoring what our bodies still can do. So if you've been waiting for a sign to start moving again, to try something new, or to simply say yes to a more active life, let this be it. You're not too old. You're not too late. And it's never too soon to begin again. Strong at any age? Yes. But especially now. Especially today. Especially you.